Alright folks, welcome back. This is battle number 17 against Easy There, and he or she has Talonflame, Kyurem Black, Deoxys Speedform, Breloom, another Latios, and Ferrothorn. So I figured they're going to lead with Deoxys Speedform. So as usual, I lead with Aegislash, and you guys have seen this matchup plenty of times before. Deoxys goes for Stealth Rock, I go for Shadow Ball, and it looks like I misremembered. I thought I had originally started with Shadow Sneak and replaced it with Pursuit. I guess it was the other way around. I had Pursuit, wasn't using it enough, switched to Shadow Sneak. You take some damage from the Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet, unfortunately. But it kind of makes sense, because Pursuit doesn't really synergize well with Aegislash's Stance Form ability. I bring in Heatran as a Ferrothorn counter, and it looks like I also have switched from Fire Blast to Overheat, which is more accurate and also goes well with Heatran's choice item. So I Overheat the Kyurem Black as it switches in, does a pretty good amount of damage, and I figure that even after the Leech Seed recovery, it'll still be a 2-hit knockout. So I do take the Ice Beam. Kyurem is faster. I'm not sure if it's Choice Scarf as well, or maybe I was holding Choice Specs in this battle. I don't remember when I switched it up. But anyway, I do take it out, and then it has Deoxys Speed. I don't want to take any more damage, so I bring in Aegislash. And it uses Knockoff, which actually was a really good move on his part. Maybe he predicted that, maybe he just wanted to knock off an item of whatever came in. So I do, I should use Shadow Sneak there, but I guess I thought he would switch again, and I was wrong. So just lost the prediction bet there. I do want to save Aegislash, so I bring in Vaporeon, and I take a Brave Bird. So I was thinking he would use a Fire move. Again, he predicted that. Brave Bird did a lot of damage here. I do get a bit of Leftovers recovery, and he switches out Talonflame, and I believe I do a Wish here. Yep, that's what Vaporeon tends to do. And probably a Protect. No, I switch in. I figured that Aegislash needs the health a little more than Vaporeon does, and he Thunder Waves me, so that worked out pretty well. Not sure if a Power Whip would have knocked out Aegislash or not. So I do get paralyzed, but at least I live and get the Wish back. Leech Seed for Shadow Ball doesn't do a ton of damage to Ferrothorn, unfortunately. And he is recovering some of that HP back with Leech Seed. Because I'm in attack mode, I really should use King's Shield there, even despite the Paralysis risk and the Leech Seed. Because that Power Up would have reduced his attack then. But again, I guess I expected a switch, so I used the Shadow Ball, and as you can see, it definitely didn't really work out in my favor. Ferrothorn is a very annoying Pokemon, and I get paralyzed at the worst time, because that would have been great to get the Shadow Ball. That would have lowered Ferrothorn's health quite a bit, and yeah, that would have been great. But not what happened, and he switches out, not going to take Overheat. Latios can obviously take it a lot better. Doesn't quite do half damage, and I think I'd probably switch out here. Yeah, I do. Bringing in Clefable, who's a pretty good Latios counter. All of this little bits of chip damage are really racking up on my team, though. All of the Stone Edge and Leech Seed and Rocky Helmet and the Barb ability, whatever it is that Ferrothorn has. So Talonflame, I guess I figure, is going to use obviously one of its stab moves, bringing Heatran, but Heatran could not survive the Brave Bird. Talonflame has Life Orb, so that does just enough damage. It does do some recoil, so that's nice. I bring in Dragonite, but again, those stones break multi-scale. I go for the Extreme Speed, but Ferrothorn resists it, and it's not quite a 2-hit KO, so that's really unfortunate, because if either I had lowered Ferrothorn's health a little bit earlier with a Shadow Ball, if I hadn't been fully paralyzed, or if I had done just a little more damage with Extreme Speed, then that would have been a 2-hit KO, which would have been huge, but instead Latios takes a lot of damage there. I do predict, I guess, the switch out, where I figure Draco Meteor is going to be a lot of damage no matter what he does. And I was right there, but I do get KO'd by my own Life Orb. So now things are pretty even, 3-on-3. And Talonflame is going to be doing a lot of damage to my last 3 Pokemon, so I'm really worried at this point. At least I assume I was. Like I said, it was 5 years ago, or almost 5 years ago. And he uses Roost, which is huge, because that means I'm not going to win this stall battle here. I guess I don't even try. I think I go for Moonblast to do some damage, thinking if I can get him low enough, I can Extreme Speed with Dragonite and take it out. So I leave in Clefable, he does some recoil to himself and Life Orb, but that's good because now I can definitely knock it out with Extreme Speed. I bring in Dragonite, and I'm thinking I'm in a pretty good spot at this point. But again, that Stealth Rock plus the extra damage is enough to take out Dragonite. I was so happy too when he switched in Ferrothorn, at least when I was rewatching this, because I was like, oh, it's a 2-shot now. but because of all his little extra damage, it's not. And now I only have a Vaporeon left. He does miss the Power Whip there, which is pretty nice. Otherwise, that would have been game over. But even so, he does have Breloom, so 2 grass types against Vaporeon is not going to match up in my favor. I do go into this fight with 100% HP, but it's still not a matchup Vaporeon can win, at least not without like Ice Beam. Spore puts me to sleep, because that's what Breloom does. And now he's just going to use Bullet Seed, his physical move of choice. And it crits, but it only gets 2 hits, so that kind of evens out. But even so, Vaporeon just is not going to wake up in time, and that's going to be the game. So definitely a few calls I could have made better there, but makes me really want to get back into competitive battling again, so I can hopefully do a little bit better. But probably won't be doing that for the near future. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.